Let me record. Okay. Sorry, I forgot to hit recording. We already went through April's stuff. I'll review it in a minute, and now we're on to Amy. So sorry for watching this as a recording. I just remembered to record. Okay. So, Amy, you were saying that posting on social media is terrifying. You don't want to get the hater message like Renee McGuire got.
Yes.
Catherine, but she goes by Renee. You don't want to get that. Oh, and I think she's on from her phone, if that's the same Renee. Renee, we're talking about your hater. Can you hear us?
I can. I'm here.
Yeah. So all of you need to know that that is extremely rare. I've been doing this 5 years, and I've had maybe I could count on one hand the times that has happened. And it really didn't happen until about the last year and a half when I really started to see lots of momentum and success. It's really, 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 really rare for somebody that new to have a hater that mean over just announcing that you're about to do something cool. That's extremely rare. So that girl must be, whoever messaged Renee that, must be seriously unhappy.
Yes.
Looking around at the world going, who can I hate on today because it makes me feel less miserable?
And we still don't know who it was. It was a fake profile.
Yeah, see? So she's so cowardly that she couldn't even own up to her own identity. How sad is that? I mean, we need to pray for this person, y'all. She needs Jesus. Bad. I mean,
well, Renee, your response to her was phenomenal.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
That was great.
Totally classy and dead on. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, if you think about it, y'all, I read a book called The 10X Rule, and it's the same, kind of the same premise that we've already been talking about with April, and she's reading Crash the Chatterbox, which is all about shutting up that stupid voice in your head that tells you somebody's going to send you a hater message. Somebody's going to think you're stupid. Facebook people are going to roll their eyes at you. That is just dumb. And I felt it. I still deal with that hesitation, but I've learned that the moment I feel fear, I should do the exact thing that's scaring me, because then the fear is gone. Get rid of it. It's gone. But if you let it hold you back and make you hesitate, it's only going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Have you guys ever watched VeggieTales with your kids? Okay. Have you ever, it's the one, Junior and the Big Fib or something, Junior Asparagus, and he tells this little fib, and then it grows bigger and bigger into a bigger lie, and it takes him over. Fear's the same way. It starts with the little fear, that little voice in your head, like Amy's like, oh gosh, Renee got that horrible mean message. I don't want to message like that. And before you know it, that's all you can think about. And you go to post on Facebook, and you're like, oh, that hater message, I'm going to get one. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's going to happen to all of us at some point. But it says a whole lot more about the other person and their own issues than it does you. And when you weigh and measure the number of people that hate on you for what you're doing against the number of people you're helping, the scales go like this. Or like this. It's the people you're helping are worth you dealing with a little bit of this, because you're making a difference here, and they matter more than that one person that's going to go no matter what you do. You know? So you hear how common the fear thing is? Fear's the biggest obstacle for this business, for anything you step out and do in life. I mean, were you scared to be a parent? I was. I'm still scared. Every day I'm like, what if I mess them up? But it's worth trying, right? It's totally worth trying. So fear aside, what other questions or nuts and bolts, detail things do you feel like you need to know how to do or figure out or address to be able to move forward this week?
Well, the comment you made in the group yesterday was very helpful. Just kind of the nuts and bolts of somebody wants to buy something. How do you sign them up?
Okay. Would it help you guys if I made a document that told you step by step by step by step? If you have somebody interested, Ashley's nodding like, yes, please.
Yes.
Step by step, where to find the information, how to sign them up, what route to take for customer versus coach. Would that help you?
Yes.
Okay. I will make that for you then. Yeah, it helps. Just like April was saying, it's hard for her to go back 5 years and remember what life was like as a beginner before she started Insanity. It's hard for me to go back 5 years and remember, what did I need as a new coach? What did I need? I've been doing it for so long, I forget. Okay, so a pathway to sign someone up and where to find info.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think then if you could just give me some more time, if I could have like 30 hours in the day.
Oh, yeah, let me get my magic wand and we'll do that. One thing we're going to implement this week, I don't like to do this in the first week because it completely overwhelms people, but this week we're going to start doing what's called a power hour. And I know that was on Katie's list of questions that she sent me because it was mentioned on the team call Thursday night. What is a power hour? We're going to implement those this week. And so because you all are the ones that are on this call this morning, we get to decide what time is best to do them. And basically what we do is I give you a protocol of what we're going to cover in an hour. And it's just action steps. One of them might be make 5 new friends on Facebook. And I'll show you how to do that. Another one of them might be invite 2 new people to your challenge group. And we take 1 hour and I open my phone up and I set the timer for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, whatever the time allowed is for each activity. And I tell you, okay, now we're going to spend the next 5 minutes writing a post that you're going to share tonight at 8:30. And we're going to talk about how to do that. So I guide you through what your daily business power hour should be. And we're going to do those live together through Zoom, just like this, at least 3 times this week together. And you're going to aim to do it another 2 times on your own. Okay? So if you can start to wrap your head around how to do this business in 1 hour a day, you're going to know when you sit down to do your business hour, what activities are going to move you forward, how to do them, and that they can be done in an hour if you get laser focused, stay out of the news feed, stay out of notifications, and don't get distracted. So for those of you that work full-time or you're super crazy busy with kids and all kinds of stuff going on, this is going to be your BFF because it will help you be structured, be focused, and be productive with your time. Instead of sitting there staring at the screen going, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Let me go check the training group. Maybe that'll tell me what to do. Let me message everybody and say, what do I do? It'll help you tremendously. So we're going to, let me make a little note. When we get done going over everybody's questions, we'll talk about that. Power hour live. We call those live power hours this week. Okay. Honestly, I do mine first thing in the morning. I get up, I grab either my Energize and Shakeology or my coffee and Shakeology, depending on when I'm working out that day. And I come to my office, I do my prayer time, my devotional, I read a few minutes of personal development, and then I do my business power hour. Done. First thing of the day, it's done. And then I have the rest of the day to focus on training for you guys, helping out on my team page with other coaches' questions, follow-ups, creating social media posts, doing the laundry, cleaning my house, running my kids around, so on and so forth. Okay, let's go to, and Amy, I know you said your Success Club points were from your husband. Yes. I would highly suggest you guys convert him over to Coach.
Okay.
Because if he's going to stay on Shakeology, you might as well get it cheaper. You'll save yourself a ton of money. And he doesn't have to work the business or do our training group or anything like that. He can sit there and just fill that spot.
Okay.
And that gets you halfway to Emerald. Okay. When you have your second coach and you become Emerald rank, you get lots of perks from Beachbody that you definitely want to have.
Okay.
Start giving you free customers. So all the people that order from the infomercial, or they go to beachbody.com and they don't go through a coach, Beachbody assigns them a coach. So when you're Emerald, you start receiving those free customers that help you build your business without you having to go out and find them. Okay. So also with Emerald rank, you're going to start receiving what's called Team Cycle Bonus as a part of your paycheck on Thursdays. So at first, that Team Cycle Bonus may be $14, it might be $28, but that's on top of any commissions that you earn.
Okay.
Hey, that's a pedicure or the utility bill or something,
Can you put in that document you're going to create how to convert a customer to a coach?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's basically going to be him paying the $39.95 coach sign-up fee.
Okay.
And then you submit a form online for Beachbody to verify that he's a previous Challenge Pack customer, and then they refund you that $39.95. So,
okay.
Yeah, so he gets that back because coach sign-up is free with any Challenge Pack. So it's always better if someone wants the discount or wants to be a coach for whatever reason, it's better to do the coach sign-up with the Challenge Pack purchase so it's free right then. And they don't have to pay the fee and wait for the refund, which only takes about 24 to 36 hours to get your money back. So it's really fast, but it's still kind of a pain in the butt when you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
So, lesson learned. But yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay.
Let me make a note about that. Okay. All right. So let's do that this week.
Okay.
And get him as your first coach, and that's going to help you a lot to increase your income faster and get to that rank. And it'll save you money on your end by getting him the discount on Shakeology.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Awesome. Good stuff. All right, Ashley, you're next on the list of faces here on my screen. Let me you're unmuted. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's
I was
things?
trying to fix my daughter's zipper on her jacket, and she's looking at me crazy.
Oh, that's funny. She's like, why are you talking at a screen, Mommy? Hi. So tell us what's going well for you this week. What's one thing that's gone really great that you're super excited about?
Well, I'm getting better at the whole social media.
Yes, you are. You've had some awesome posts this week.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
And well, I kind of freaked out and panicked because I had somebody that was interested in signing up, but you've got that under control now.
We're working on it.
I did, because I had no idea what to do, and I was just like, because once they're like, hey, I'm good, I want to join, I'm like, okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, and there's this. I'm glad you mentioned that because one of the most common things that new coaches do is like a puppy with a treat, like, oh, it's a treat, oh my gosh, it's somebody interested. I got to get them right now before they run away or hide or somebody else gets them.
That was me.
It's this scarcity mentality and excitement and desperation all rolled into one. And I was the same way, but I found that we're all super busy. Everybody. Busyness is the sign of the times. And so, whereas on our end, we feel like, oh my gosh, I need to get back to her. I've got to answer this message or I'm going to lose her. Sometimes that works against us because that person we're talking to is also really busy. And if we're like blowing their phone up or, they may feel like we're being pushy or like, hey, give me a minute to think about this or, but yet there's also that careful balance of we don't want to leave them hanging either and have them share all their goals with us and then we go AWOL for a week and a half. So it's like it's that careful balance between those two. Super awesome that you're talking to her and we're going to help her get started and figure that out. So yay for conversations and good posts on social media. But tell me what questions you have then or where you're kind of wondering or stuck or wanting to know what to do.
Well, I think April kind of asked that question, and you're gonna put that out there, like how to tell someone to sign up or stuff like that. And because I'm not really, that would help a lot, but I'm still and I explained to Sarah, I was like, I'm still kind of new. So I said, so we're gonna do this together. And I told her not to worry about anything. She said, because she stays busy. She works like 12-hour shifts and stuff like that. So I told her, I'm really new, so that's going to help me a lot just to be able to go over that and
it's a great thing to say. What you just said, everybody needs to capitalize on that phrase. I'm still new. We're going to do this together. That's exactly what you should be saying. A lot of coaches fear, I've got to be an expert. I need to be perfect at clean eating. I've got to have a great transformation first. Not necessary. You just have to have the attitude of, I'm new too. We're going to do this together. That's all it takes. So April, you mentioned being scared of leadership. That's what leadership is right there. It's simply taking this group, this team that you're a part of and going, hey friend, you should come over here with me. We're going to do this together. That's leadership. That's the same thing you would do with recommending a great pediatrician to your best friend who just had a new baby. Or somebody who's complaining about not being able to find a great hairdresser and you know of one and you tell them about it. Same thing. So great approach there. So did you have any other questions besides how to get somebody started and order a challenge pack and find that info?
Not really right now. Just
Okay.
I think the only question I had was when the thing going on with you've got that handled though. You know, when somebody ordered from Beachbody and you're trying to switch them and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, cool. I'm glad you felt like you got that answered, and talking to April and Amy, you feel like you've got a good plan going to get the info.
Definitely.
Coolness. Okay, Renee, I know you're on as well. So what's going good for you this week so far?
Well, I start my challenge group tomorrow or Monday. Actually.
Awesome. With Nicole?
Yes.
Awesome. She is so fabulous, isn't she?
She is. She's very, very sweet.
I love that girl. We're talking about Nicole Wilson. She's one of my personally sponsored coaches, and she lives around the corner from me, and we hardly see each other unless we're on Facebook, but love her to death. You are so blessed to have her as your leader.
Yes, for sure.
Awesomeness. Okay, so you guys start your challenge group tomorrow, and have you been able to invite a couple of people to join you for that?
Yes, I have my two sisters, Nikki and Kelly, and then my two cousins, Amanda and Amy.
Nice. Oh, that's great. Now, is this a free challenge or a paid challenge or what?
Well, they did the 6-day sampler pack of the Shakeology.
Okay, great.
And then we're just going to do a free workout, free devotional,
okay,
recipes, and a grocery list for a week.
Nice. Okay, I wasn't sure what kind of group she was doing right now.
Yeah, and if you want, Miranda, I can add you to that group just so you can kind of watch what we're doing and help out if you want me to.
I think you guys have got it. Nicole's done groups like that before. Our team is just so big that I'm not always sure what groups everybody's running. So she's awesome. If you guys feel like you need me, you can add me, but Nicole's awesome at running groups. So I'm sure together y'all got it under control.
Okay.
Sounds awesome. I love the concept of working on spiritual side of things as well as providing them with great resources and letting them try Shakeology. That's brilliant. So you guys are doing a good job. Awesome. Well, what questions or hesitations or things you're wondering about can I help you with?
Well, I think pretty much everybody's answered everything. It's just, it is very scary. And I'm usually not one to worry about what others think, but for some reason I have like really major anxiety attacks over this stuff.
Yeah. Well, of course, because you got slammed with an attack pretty quickly, just as you were trying to share that you were starting this. So, one of the things that I don't know if Nicole's got you doing some personal development books yet, but the 10X rule by Grant Cardone would be really awesome for you to listen to. He talks a lot about haters in there, and he may actually have some YouTube videos that you could look up just on how to deal with haters. And he actually asserts in his book that until you have haters, you're not going to be successful. Like, he talks about how that if you're really stepping out and doing something amazing in your life, that you want to attract the attention of people who that makes uncomfortable. Because if you're really living out of audacious faith and you're really stepping out, and we think about even stories from the Bible about prophets who spoke the word of God and how hated they were and pushed out. And he talks about how unless you're really living boldly, you're playing it safe and you're not going to have haters. So having haters is a sign that you're actually moving forward and doing the right thing.
Right.
So that was like life-changing for me when I listened to that book, because I never thought about it that way before.
Okay, well, definitely check that out.
Yeah, unless you're attracting people who are trying to drag you down, then you're not really moving towards your dreams and goals, because people live with a herd mentality. They want everybody to stay inside a box, especially small-minded people, because they want to feel like what they're doing is good enough. And when people start stepping outside of the box, it makes them nervous because it actually holds them accountable to live their best life too, and that scares the crap out of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's what that's about. And there's a great video on haters that I listen to because I've dealt with that twice in the past 2 weeks, and it's so hurtful even for me now. As far along as I am in this business and the things that I know and have learned, it still stings because we're human, and it hurts. And so I'm going to share that video with you guys in our group because it was so awesome. It talks about like the 5 different kinds of haters and how not to be one. It's It's really good. It's really, really awesome. So I'll share that with you. Besides that, realizing that the women that God has called you to serve and reach will far outweigh those that Satan tries to bring up against you, because God is so much more powerful, and nothing that he's called you to do will he leave you alone to accomplish. And when you can realize that that woman out there who's just like you, who's waiting on someone like Nicole to reach her, she needs you to step out and be bold and be fearless so that she can have hope. When you can think about going to social media and to inviting and to talking to people with that in your heart instead of fear, you'll be able to accomplish so much to truly help other women. Does that make sense?
It does. And I have so many on my page that I see that are kind of in the same situation, that they're ready to lose some weight. They're ready to get healthier. And I just am afraid to reach out to them.
Right, for sure. You had such a great outpouring of support and love, though, when you shared what that girl messaged you, and putting it out there and letting people support you was the best thing you could have done. Because
yeah, it really pissed me off.
I'm sure it did me too. I was like,
Yeah.
don't you mess with my new baby coach on my team.
I know. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, that is such a low. But hurt people, you know, and people that are hurting and haven't worked on their issues want to go hurt somebody else. And that's all that was about, you know?
Yeah.
He wanted to hurt you because she's hurting.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Jesus tells us to pray for our enemies, because those that are coming against us truly are incredibly unhappy and sad. And anyway, that's a sermon for another day, right?
Right.
Well, is there anything specific to your Coach Online office, understanding Emerald rank or compensation or anything like that that's kind of nuts and bolts stuff that I can help you with?
No, I mean, I pretty much understand all that. Now, you said inviting people to your challenge group. So should you always have some type of challenge group going on?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Challenge groups are the platform where we help people. And that's our mission. So, sorry, my puppy's barking. I personally wore myself out with starting new challenge groups all the time for so long. So for me now, I have one free challenge group that just sits there. And about once a month, I run a free challenge in there, kind of like what you and Nicole are doing with the 6-day Psychology Sampler Pack, free workouts, free devotional, free support. And then I keep one paid challenge group going, which is called my Live More Life group. And I'm constantly adding new people to that. We have a start date every month where we refocus and we work on a certain aspect, whether it's nutrition or mindset or consistency or whatever problem I see people having. Every 30 days, I try to have a new focus in there. So I have a start date for a new group to invite new people to, but I'm not having to go create a new group and move everybody from the old group to the new group, because that's a pain in the butt.
Okay.
So I keep one free group and one paid group at all times, and I use them as I need to add new people to them. But yes, I always, always, always have a challenge group going that I can invite people to.
So you start with an event and invite them. And if they say they're going to join, then you add them to that page.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For me, I don't even add them to the private group. I share the link to the private group in the event page, and if they take themselves seriously enough to join the private group, then I know who's really serious and committed, and those are the ones I can spend my time on getting started with a challenge pack. And once they purchase their challenge pack, then they get to stay in the group. But as I'm moving through the 5-step process with them and trying to go over their goals, if they decide now's not a good time for them, or they go order from eBay instead of me because they want to get it cheaper, or they refuse to do Shakeology or whatever, I'll usually move them to my free group where they can have access to some help and support once a month when I run a 5-day challenge in there. But they don't get to be in my full-blown active 30-day paid challenge group because they didn't invest in all the tools that are required to do that. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Okay.
And that'll save you a lot of time and headache if you structure it that way too. And there's an aspect of figuring out what works for you. Charlie, come here, baby. Come here. There's an aspect of figuring out what works for you as well, and that's what works for me, is to keep it super simple and make it as easy on myself as possible, so that all my time and energy can be spent on connecting with people and not doing administrative moving, groups and events. And, I just don't like that stuff. I want to connect with people. Right. So that keeps me where I'm the most productive and the most efficient and the most exhilarated and fulfilled and happy is, connecting with you guys and talking to women in private message and leading my challenge group with awesome recipes and motivation and helping them. So that's kind of how I structure that. I don't know if that answers your question or not. I kind of forgot.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, I have no excuse. I mean, my youngest is 11. She's at school all day. I don't work. So I'm just procrastinating and being lazy and chicken.
Well, it's good you can own it. I mean, you know what your issues are. Call it out, call it for what it is. And that way you can work on it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I sit in the chair and I'm like, I could be doing something, but I'm just going to watch whatever on TV.
Yeah, for sure. Well, knowing that that's what the issue is can help you move past it. And I promise you, once you get rid of that fear that somebody else is going to message you with evil words, and you start seeing women thriving and being successful because of you, you're going to be like on this high. Charlie, shh, be quiet. You're going to be on this high that will sustain you and help you to keep pushing forward.
Yeah. And I can't wait to post a picture when I have actually lost some weight and been like, ha ha, bitches.
Yeah, exactly. And that day's coming. So when you're,
yes, for sure.
When you're working out or you're trying to put your workout off, you think of that girl that messaged you and you be like, yeah, I'm going to show you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Haters motivate.
Mm-hmm.
They do. Awesome. Well, I don't want to keep you guys any longer. I did record this. Oh, I almost forgot Katie's questions. Okay. I'm going to screen share these right quick so that you guys can see her questions as I answer them and follow along with me. Okay. So Katie is one of those people, and you guys that are watching this or listening to the recording later, maybe also, who is trying to find out as much information as she can as fast as she can. She wants to soak it all up. Some people feel overwhelmed by that. So don't let her questions that I'm answering overwhelm you. If you're a baby step kind of person and you're wanting to take things one thing at a time, that's fine. It's your journey. It's your business. But these are her questions. Maybe they'll help you too. So she's wanting to know, why is one personally sponsored coach blue and others are gray in her online office genealogy chart? Okay. First way to answer that is stay out of the genealogy chart. Just don't even look at that because it's going to confuse you. If you want to look at your team, go to the My Business tab, click on My Downline, and then click on Sponsorship Drill Down. That's going to tell you everything you need to know about your coaches and about their coaches. If you go to genealogy, you're going to see other people's coaches that are placed under you geographically, but are not your personally sponsored coaches. That is a good thing because those people are creating volume for your team, which you will be paid on once you're an Emerald coach or higher. But it's not going to matter to you whether they're gray or blue or active or inactive or anything. So just go to Sponsorship Drill Down. You'll be able to see your own coaches that you recruited and any coaches they recruited. You can see your whole team there from you down. And that's all you need to know right now as a new coach. That's all you need to know. Second question, how do I know which leg is my strong one? Okay, you need to ask your upline sponsor if you're on their strong leg or their weak leg. And that's going to tell you which one is your strong leg and which one is your weak leg. So let me explain that just a little bit. Let me stop sharing. All right, so your Beachbody business looks like this. You're at the top and you have a right leg and a left leg. One of those is going to be strong and one of them is going to be weak. So why is that? Let me draw this on a piece of paper. Well, the easiest way I can explain it, this is complicated, but let me explain it this way. So my upline coach placed me on her left leg. Okay, if my upline coach was working the business and constantly recruiting and growing her team, my left leg would be my strong leg because I'm on her left leg. And coaches that she's signing up would fall underneath me and help build volume for me, which means I am then responsible for building my right leg on my own. So it's my weak leg because I don't have any help over there. It's all me. My left leg is going to have coaches placed under me from other people above me on the team. Right leg is all me. Okay? Now, for me and my business, that's completely the opposite because my upline is not building the business and my strongest coach is on my right leg. Brandy Trammell is my strongest coach. Her team creates incredible amounts of volume. So my right leg is my strong leg because of her and the way she grows and builds. And my left leg has been the one that I've had to do all by myself. So I just want you to know how there's a couple of different scenarios there. Amy, you are on my left leg. Right now on my team, I have both of my legs about even on volume because I've been working on building my left leg to even out what Brandy's doing on my right leg. So Amy, you're on my left leg. You have tons of business building and coaches on top of you in the genealogy that are going to be signing people under you. So you're going to see volume on your left leg from people you didn't sign up, which is great. That helps you. But you're completely responsible on your own for building your right leg. Okay? So in answer to Katie's question, Katie, you are under Elizabeth Harrington on her left leg, and she is on my right leg of my second business center, which is on the left leg of my first business center, which should sound like Greek to you. But what that means is you are in a pretty weak spot within my downline because you're on an inside leg, which means that you're pretty much responsible for building on both legs, but anybody Elizabeth signs up on her right leg will fall underneath you. And that's going to help you. And I'm growing my second business center right now. So my coaches that I sign up may fall under you as well here and there on certain occasion. So it depends on where you're placed. It depends on which leg of your sponsor coach you're on. So when all else fails, ask your sponsor coach. And if they don't know how to answer that for you, then go to your upline Star Diamond coach and ask them. Okay, so there's the short answer to a complicated question. Let me go back to screen share. Okay, third question. Can you move coaches around after they sign up? You have a very narrow window of time to move a coach after they sign up because once they've had someone else placed under them, either because of you or them or a coach above you who has signed someone up, once they have someone placed under them, they can no longer be moved. So you've got about a 2 or 3 day window to move a coach once they've signed up. So if they signed up and got placed on your right leg and you want to move them to your left leg, you have to act on that pretty quickly. A good way to keep that from happening is to look at your downline, talk to your sponsor coach about where you should place your new coach, and then set preferred placement in your Coach Online office to whatever leg you want them placed on. You can go to My Business, My Downline, and then click on Preferred Placement to choose which leg you want your next coach to go on. And then you don't have to worry about moving them. You can move them within that 2 or 3 day window by calling or emailing Coach Relations and telling them you need to move a certain coach to another leg. And they'll move them for you pretty quickly once they're notified. Fourth question, do customers show up on your legs? No. Customers are not coaches. Only coaches show up in your downline on your right or left leg. Customers are not on your team. They are simply customers. Fifth question, can you explain what a power hour is? Yes, we already addressed that in this call, and we're going to be talking about this week in the training group. Sixth question, what is Team Cup? Team Cup is a quarterly contest the Beachbody hosts to give us a chance to earn a bunch of really cool prizes and work together in teams of 5 to earn as many Success Club points and Cup points as possible. You earn points in Team Cup for Success Club points and for rank advancement. So Team Cup is going on right now in February. Some of you are on a Team Cup group and some of you are not, and that's okay. You'll hear more about an opportunity to do that again later in the year. And it's just a great way to try to push yourself a little bit and earn some cool prizes along the way. And last question. Our church is doing a fast, and several people have chosen to fast from social media, including one of my challengers. How do I handle that? Great news for all of us. Beachbody just came out with a challenge group app. So this allows us to help people who are not on Facebook, not on social media at all, but maybe friends in real life or people that you know through email or different committees you're on or groups that you're in or, whatever you're involved in life. Right now, it's only available to elite coaches. So I'm getting to test it out right now, and it'll be released to the general coach population next week. The free app you can download on your phone, and it allows you as a coach to guide people through a challenge group without using social media at all. It messages people through this app. They can log in their workouts, their Shakeology, and check in with you through this app. So that's going to be an amazing tool to work with people who are not on social media. So awesome questions this morning. I hope that helped you guys a lot. Does anybody else who's on live have any final questions before we go? Ashley? Yeah, go ahead.
I do. I had someone ask me yesterday, they sent me a message asking me if I wanted to join one of their challenge groups or something like that. And I don't know what I'm trying to keep it simple and just do. I think I'm just supposed to be in yours. Am I not?
Yeah. Who messaged you?
I had to look at it. I may have been Jessica Reed. No, I talked to Jessica Reed. I'll have to look at it and I'll message it to you.
Yeah. Let me know who it was. It may just be somebody who's another coach who maybe liked one of their posts or something and you didn't even realize, and they're just following up with you thinking that you're needing some help. Just let me know who it was and I'll help clarify. Maybe it's somebody on our team that was wanting you to team up and run one with them, or we'll see if we can figure that out. But if people in your Facebook world are seeing you post about Beachbody, they may message you and think that you don't have a coach, or they may try to recruit you to their team. So you just tell them, hey, I'm already a coach. Thank you, but no thanks. But let me know who it was and see if we can figure that out.
Okay, yeah, I'll let her know. I'll let her know that I was in your Love Yourself Challenge group, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be doing anything else, and that I didn't really want to because I can't even handle. I barely can handle what I'm doing right now.
I know, right? You don't need another group to be notified about in Facebook, for sure.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm busy. I'm good. I like what I'm doing, and I love your groups. Your groups are awesome. I'm excited for people to join with us. So
awesome! I love to hear that. I'm excited about the next 30 days because we're going to have so much great content, and it's going to really, I think, pull out a lot of people that are in the group that are being quiet and kind of hiding out. And we just want them to feel like it's a warm, fuzzy place they can interact with and engage with. So it's going to be great. I'm excited. All right, girls, y'all get on with your Saturday. I know you've got stuff to do. If you think of anything else later, I'm going to post the recording of this in the Fresh and Fit University group. And if you think of other questions, just post them in the comments under that post so that other people can see your questions and get answers as well. So this has been awesome. Thanks for being on. And we'll plug into the next week and start doing power hours. Deal? Awesome. You guys have a great weekend.